What's going on, Sagittarius? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're feeling energetic or having an energetic week this far. I'm not sure what's been going on with these intros. I'm just feeling we're switching up there, Sag. And for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. I'm appreciating the energy. Your support, that's like this is what happens when I go off script. Your support really is just fantastic, Sagittarius. And it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy to have yourself a spread you here. We're in for an amazing journey. Because it's General Energy Weekly Spread. Yeah, we're getting groovy with these dance moves, Sagittarius. I'm with it. and just with this weekly spread, whenever you happen to come across this video, there may be some messages in here for you. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates with you. You can leave some of the shenanigans with me and never force a reading on the situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Crystals, feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Sag. Now I'm going to pull a few oracle cards from this deck here, and then we will get some details with the tarot. But before we jump into this thing, these readings that I do, they're not gender specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, okay? And in case if y'all were curious, the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. But also down below some links for some other readers that I like watching, Sag, so definitely check them out. Very intuitive group. I think you would love them. But let's go ahead and get into your first card here. Oh, and look at you rising like a phoenix from the ashes, because you got the ninth card of Scorpios here, which is Phoenix card. Look at you soaring on high there. I'm with it. Because this is a card of transformation, eternal soul, renew, resurrection, rebirth, destroy, rising from the ashes, emerge, new era, alchemy, transmutation, ascension. In the end, it's just the beginning. And energy that's coming through here, Sagittarius, is the renew. And that's interesting. For some, I feel like there might even be more so for like in like a marriage type of standpoint here. I got an energy of maybe for some we might be renewing our vows in a sense. So that's really exciting if you're doing that there, Sagittarius. Congratulations. But I do feel like with this renew energy that we're looking for just this, it's like we're looking for something fresh to come into. Like we're looking for a renewal maybe of ourselves in a sense. You know, this may not be like a full-on like catharsis or like, you know, complete transformation, but it's just like it's giving me like a freshening up type of vibe, something to get your energies up, you know, feeling energetic this week there, Sagittarius. So this could be maybe like something as simple as like maybe doing like a new hairstyle, or maybe buying yourself a new clothes, or maybe even like we might even be like renewing some maybe some routines that may have fell out of the rotation there, Sagittarius. Maybe we've been wanting to maybe drink more water or eat more like organic foods, or maybe this is maybe even like moving the body or doing like some yoga, getting out in nature, whatever that's looking like. I feel like that this could even be an energy just like, you know, if you've been thinking about this as of like, you know, getting into just kind of revitalizing the energies in a sense and kind of get things moving, because I feel like it's these little changes that we're doing here that is going to lead to maybe that sort of like real massive change that we're looking for, that sort of like evolutionary transcendent transmutation type of thing that we may be, that our soul may be yearning for like down the line here. But it feels like this is a very kind of potentially could be like an easier sense of transformation, you know, just kind of start small, because sometimes I feel like we want to, and I feel like with you being Jupiter ruled, you know, you want to do the most expansive thing, you know, really get the most out of that. But I feel like again, it's like it's kind of like how we can learn from our opposite signs. I was just telling Pisces this. I've been telling a lot of signs this, but like learning from our opposite signs in a sense, because yours opposite is Gemini, and where it's not that they can't. Theirs is like they Gemini energy, I feel like, takes all the bunch, like accumulates a bunch of pieces, whereas Sagittarius sees like the big picture. And I feel like I feel like some of us may just want that big picture right off the bat, but are forgetting that we need those little details in order to get to build and compound into this bigger sense of stuff here, Sagittarius. But let's go ahead and get some tarot and see what this renewal is about. I'm even getting an energy just for random, to check like any sort of like any things that might be need some renewals, maybe like a license, or this could be, and even like check maybe even some subscriptions and things, because we might have something on like an automatic renewal. So just something to it's just something that just kind of popped in my head there, Sagittarius. So I just see what's going on here. Alright, so you have the Queen of Coins and the Page of Swords in reverse, and then we have the Ace of Wands and the Hanged Man upright. And with the Hanged Man being here, I do feel like that there is this, considering that we're focusing on this renewal in a sense, there's this need to take a moment, I feel like, and become centered and focus on the areas that you do want to renew. Like, I like how when she's upright here, she's forming like the sign for like water. This is Neptune energy, and for the energy that's like popping in my head, it's just like, it's like the water has been kind of flowing. There's been like this backflow, and there's not been it's like we're not making the most, I feel like, of like our resources in the sense, or making the most of the energy or the abundance around us, Sagittarius. Maybe you've been, I'm getting this energy of getting like a little bit kind of caught up in our heads in a sense, and it's like maybe we might be kind of overthinking this renewal in a sense, or this revival of yourself or something. It's like we have the energy here, but it's just like I feel like maybe we just maybe been trying to take on like too much at once possibly, and there's a need to kind of see how, if you spreading yourself too thin, can kind of, it gets to where I feel like it diminishes the, it's giving me that like working harder as opposed to working smarter in a sense, that I may need a little bit more on these two here. Let me get a little bit more on this. Let me get a little bit more on the Queen of Coins and the Hanged Man here. Let me start with the Queen of Coins. A little bit more on this Hangman here, and then we're going to talk about that. Alright, so let's start with the Queen of Coins, because she's clarified by the Devil in reverse, and then you have the Two of Cups upright. And I feel that I feel like in order to get to this renewal there, Sagittarius, we need to focus on the things that are, that we've noticed that have been, that maybe we give a lot of our power to, in a sense, because the Devil in reverse is a very positive energy. It's like, we're working towards this thing, but we're working towards harmony, but there's something here, I feel, that with the Queen of Coins being in reverse, it's just like there's something I feel like is sapping away from that. Like maybe there's this energy, it's like we have the will to do this thing, but there's something here, like this could be like a partnership, like maybe like a friendship, maybe this is like a partner, like a love thing, maybe this is a family member, like something close. I feel is kind of getting in the way of us really kind of making the most of this sort of like this new surge of energy that is coming through here. Maybe this could even be maybe like a work situation possibly, but just pay attention to that, Sagittarius, where we might be kind of giving our energies to, and make sure that we're taking this time where it is great to help others. Make sure that you're filling up your cups as well with the Queen of, or excuse me, with the Two of Cups being here. Now let's see what is going on with this hanged man. Oh, and there you are, Sag. I love it. So you have the Temperance card upright, and then you have the Sun and the Three of Wands in reverse. And this is a great energy because it's like before, right before the Devil is your card, the Temperance card, and it's about making sure that things are in balance. And I feel with the Hanged Man being here, again, there's something that I feel like is hidden here with the Sun popping up in reverse here. And it's just like it's making this progress a lot longer, I feel, than we had anticipated. Or it's just like that our energies are being, yeah, it's like our energies are being expended in a way that is just like I feel like it's been like almost like maybe a little bit of a struggle even to kind of keep this sense of harmony and keep this temperance, keep this balance. Because I mean, look at this person; they're like juggling they got like 20 arms here, and it's just like maybe even for some we might even need to maybe do some meditation to kind of sit with these thoughts, to kind of maybe we've been doing a lot of like future thinking, and there's a need for a almost like I'm getting a perspective shift in a sense, but like not necessarily like even like a paradigm shift that was coming through. But it just like this Page of Swords is giving me this like kind of getting out of your head. Maybe this is through journaling, maybe this is getting out in nature, maybe this is through art, something to, I feel like, to kind of help bring a different perspective with the Hanged Man. Just pay attention to the areas that we may be kind of sacrificing in a sense, and just kind of seeing things in a different type of light here, Sagittarius, if that makes sense. Alrighty, strong start here. You showing up for yourself. I love that. Let's get another oracle on this. Oh, all right, now we're getting into action there, Sag, because you got the fifth card of Leos, which is the Dynamite card. And with this card, this is a card of excitement, passion, action, suspense, destroy, powder keg, fantastic, energetic, breakup, catalyst for change, explosive, short fuse, firecracker, blast, sudden, unexpected, and fast. So we had a couple energies coming through here. So you got the catalyst for change and the short fuse that's coming through here, Sagittarius. And it feels that this change here, whatever this is that we're working on, this new, this again, this, it gives me this kind of revival energy. I feel like it's going to be coming in for you, Sagittarius. I feel that there is, for some, it's a shorter fuse than we think, that it, in the sense of like how things may grow and how you may do your how this change may happen in a sense. But I do feel like, again, in order to get to that, to shorten this fuse, there's is something that we need to, I feel like, to again to kind of sit with here, because the Three of Wands is, there's this length that I'm getting. It's just like the duration of something. It's like it's almost like the what right as we get to that point of change, it's almost like the time renews in a sense. It's almost like there's something that's adding back on to that timer. It's just like, we get so close to like a breakthrough. And And I even feel like that might even get it to where you might be on kind of a short fuse there, Sagittarius, where it's just like there's this frustration that might even be kind of coming through there because it's like we know that there's something that's potentially getting in the way, but it's just like we're thinking about this a lot with the Page of Swords, but it's just like it's like it's still like there's this elusive energy that seems to be keeping this thing from view, whatever this may be here, Sag. But let me get some tarot on this. Let me get some details. Oh, lot of speaking of Scorpio, interesting. So you have the Death card and the Four of Cups in reverse, and then we have the Page of Cups and then the Two of Swords upright here. And it's interesting, Sagittarius, because I feel that with this energy, with the Death card, for some, I feel like might be people that we might be dealing with, like there's something there's something that's resisting this transformation or this energy of renewal. Like it could be because it's giving me something with this kind of like these pages here, this kind of immature energy that might be coming through here that's getting in the way of this. And that, or there's something here that where, because again with the Two of Swords, this is also it can be, it's a need to kind of make a choice, and it's a need to make a choice amidst all the chaos. I feel like that may be kind of going down around us here. And partially I feel like maybe what's getting in the way of this change here, because again, like how your cards are going through here, it's like the death first is a Death card here. You're going in order here. You got the Death card to the Temperance to the Devil, but now we're found. It's like now we got that kink in the hose, but now it's just like it feels like we're maybe kind of focused. It's like we're focused on one thing, Sagittarius, but we're missing this message from inside here. It's like let me get a little bit more with the Four of Cups here, Sag. All right, Sag. Woof. All right. Wow. All right. Interesting, Sagittarius. So that's very interesting. So the Four of Cups is clarified by the Emperor and the Empress in upright, and then you have the Lovers in reverse. And that's interesting because you know how I was kind of talking about that, even like that renewal of vows in a sense. It's like maybe there's this, maybe for some the reason that this energy is getting in the way is maybe there's this love energy that's kind of getting in the way. It's like the Emperor and the Empress both want the change, but it seems like they can't seem to come to a decision as far as like how to get to that change. And it's leading to this. It feels like with the Page of Cups, it feels. I almost feel like for some that there is like maybe like a child involved possibly with this, where it's like, that might be part of the reason why, we want things to change in what a certain respect, but we have to renew this thing because maybe we're thinking about this, keeping that innocence there with the Page of Cups there. But it even feels like that. Because that's very fascinating there, Sagittarius. It even feels like that with the how this is very clear, because the Four of Cups can be like a card of apathy, and it's this weird mix because it's like there's this love for each other, but I feel that there's this not a love for like a there's not a caring about maybe which way the direction that this is going here. There's and take this as it resonates. It's not that I feel like for some if we're in like a relationship or something that things are going necessarily going to break off. But I do feel like there is a clarity that as far as like where this direction is where this thing is going, that is going to be important. There's something, and I feel this is something where we've already been kind of thinking about this. And that's one. I think I'm going to leave that there as far as that relationship aspect goes. But I do feel like that for some others there is a decision that's going to be made, and we're going to need to rise up here with the Emperor in order, and it's going to depend on how. I feel like it's depending on these choices that you make is going to depend on how much abundance is going to come to you, Sagittarius, and how much you really get from this change. And not that you're gonna miss out on it, but I do feel like that there's something here that, and I love that too, that your opposite sign is here. That you got both, because the Lovers is Gemini energy. And me and told to mention like the opposition, where it's like with when the opposition's in like astrology, usually there's this situation or this or relationship that kind of forces you to make a decision, and I feel like that's going to really kind of impact how things are going to go going forward there. Whether this is going to be one of expansion, or if it's going to be a little more growth or a little more task that's going to be further along here, Sagittarius. There's a lot of energy that's coming through there. I think I'm gonna pull out of that, but hmm. All right, fascinating. Let's get your let's get your last card. So you got the first card of Cancers here, which is Pearl card. And with this card, this is a card of emotional force, opening up, experiential wisdom, honesty, intuition, perception, loyalty, the moon, subconscious mind, hidden things, diving deep, layers, and developing character. And the energy that's coming through here, Sagittarius, is the honesty. And I feel like whatever. I feel like just because this Emperor Empress and this Lovers in reverse is kind of weird. Like it's I'm wondering if for some it's like if we're in like a whether this is a relationship or like a love thing, a marriage, or maybe this could even be like maybe like a friendship or even like a or even like maybe even like a work thing even possibly like if we're being honest with why we're in a situation here and why there hasn't been this energy of change. Maybe things are comfortable there, but it's just like we don't love it in a sense, and apply that to whatever that means. And I feel like that this honesty with yourself more so, I feel like, well, because you're being Jupiter ruled, and being your sign is a sign of honesty. That where some would say like Sagittarius is a blunt sign. It's sure it can come across as blunt, but sometimes the honesty, the honest truth is blunt and harsh to hear sometimes, and but that doesn't make it any less true. And I feel that there is this like this Seven of Swords energy where it's like maybe we're trying to think about ways of dancing around this, calling it a whole bunch of stuff, doing a lot in order to keep something together here, but it's just like and I would never tell you what to do, Sagittarius, but it is something I feel to think about, because now this Page of Swords is giving me something like where I do feel like your sign does consider, thinks a lot, like very similar to Gemini. There's something that we thought about, but now we're just like there's light on it, but we're ignoring it in a sense. And there is this honesty that's needing to be had. Maybe this is a conversation that's need to be had with someone there, or because it feels like with the Four of Cups that there's this energy here that's like it's like we don't care about something. It's just like it's the energy for it is not there, and I feel like that it's the Emperor saying here we need to rise up and take charge of whatever this means and to initiate this change in order to get the level of abundance that you want, to get to this where we're starting to grow and starting to heal and starting to renew. I'm even getting like tower vibes in a sense, but not that, because it's like I feel like the epiphany has happened, but now it's just like the devil here is almost even this like it's like we're in a situation now. It's like it's putting us in things like where it's like let me get some let me get some let me get some tarot on this. There's your ruler. I'm with that, man. All right, Sag. This is going to here in another one of your cards. Interesting. All right, Sagittarius. So last little bit here. You got your ruler, Jupiter, the Wheel of Fortune. Another one of your cards for me, the King of Wands upright, and then you have the Six of Swords, the Page of Coins, and the Two of Wands in reverse here. And let's switch back over. An awful lot of twos. A lot to think about, a lot of choices that could be made. Lovers cards, choices. Because something here, I feel like, with this change, there's something here I feel like that is keeping us, we're afraid from being stuck for some. You know, I'm even sort of getting this energy, and it's not going to resonate, but, I feel this, of course, won't resonate for everyone, but if we're choosing to stay in a situation, again, whether it's love or, I'm getting something that we're choosing not to make a choice because sure we may not love it, but it's easy. It's a comfort zone, and it's easier than trying to go out there and get more, to having to rebuild and go through this renewal again. And I get that, Sagittarius, where you like you want to keep that foundation, we don't want, but change needs to happen, especially if it's something that is, because where it may not be affecting your abundance right now. And it's not to say again that the abundance is going to go away, but it's just like that with Jupiter, how he gives is he doesn't discriminate about what vibration you're in. Because I'll tell you what, right before I was in a weird kind of vibration a few years back, and where if you were to look around, everything looked fine and lovely, and it was fantastic, but internally, it was there was no direction, not sure what to do, just kind of going with emotions, not manifesting anything. It was there was and I feel like that's kind of what's happening here right now. It's just like that. There's this settling energy, and again, there's nothing necessarily wrong with that, but I feel like Jupiter is one that wants you to grow and wants you to expand. Yours is a sign that's meant to experience. And like, let's say, for example, if this is like a marriage thing, for example, a relationship. This is not me saying that you need to get a divorce, but maybe there's this, maybe we have some childhood dreams that we've wanted to pursue, and maybe it's like we want to do this with our partners or whatever that's looking like. And it's like you can get a game plan to grow together with this. That's not, I hope you understand that, but there's something here that's, for some, it's just like we're choosing to stay stuck and we're telling ourselves that we don't care, but it's just like if we were to really sit with that and be honest with ourselves, Sagittarius, is that, like just asking yourself those hard questions. Is that true? And if so, like if you are content and, fulfill 10 of cups, all that stuff, 10 pen, I'm with it. But if we're not, we're just trying to put on this facade and things. It's something to think about. I feel like short term, sure, that's probably going to be all right. 5 years, but how are you going to feel 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line? This just something to think about. And considering where your ruler's at for the next year, Jupiter's in Taurus. Jupiter's not thinking about that immediate. Like that type. It's thinking about long term. We're thinking about that security in the sense, and but you gotta be careful about that rigidity too. Like, but I'm gonna leave that there, Sagittarius. Just a lot to think about. You got you got a lot of pages, and just But if anything resonated with you there, Sagittarius, give it a thumbs up and share this if you know someone who's been like kind of maybe resisting change, or where it would be, because sometimes it does, in the short term, it does seem easier to just not do anything, to just kind of sit and just sort of kind of go with the motions, and just kind of coast on through and just kind of be sort of checked out, and but I feel like life has so much more to offer, but just something, if you notice that there, Sag. And to subscribe, you emperors, empresses, temperances, temperances. Subscribe, hit that bell button, get notified when I have these videos each week. And then lastly, if you have any Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, come on over to the Cherry Den, friends. I do videos Monday through Friday there. We discuss lunar shenanigans, and it's a good old time. And all that housekeeping is down in the description box below. But let me get you surprise cards here, so I can get you out of here. And you got the Six of Wands here, upright. In the energy, for some, I feel like that it's interesting, because for some, I feel it's like, are you getting the recognition that you deserve? Are you being... Is your energies truly being celebrated, in a sense? Like what you bring to whatever situation that you're in. Is it really leading to this sense of expansion, to this energy of celebration? because I feel like there's this. It's just like this Six of Wands, despite it being upright, it gives me this very kind of surface level type of celebration. It's just like it's just everything. Because look how ornate this horse is. You know, I feel like it's just like that. We've taken something and we've covered it up with things, as opposed to really putting in having something where and like as opposed to having something to truly celebrate, because it's even interesting because usually in the Six of Wands there's these people that are there to celebrate you, they're Sag, but you know you see this whole crowd, but you know I get that this is set in like Africa, they're like in these bushes and things, but it's like I feel like we can't even see, it's like we can't even see the who's celebrating us or what's keeping us up. That's, I hope that makes sense, Sagittarius. That's an interesting. Hmm. Let me get your oracle card here so I can get you out of here, because I keep you here all day trying to decipher this. Oh, look at you, abundant, getting three cards here. So you have the you have the 52nd, the 28th, and the third card here. The 52nd one is the mending card. And then the other two, the 20th is the building blocks, and then you have the between world cards here. And you know, I feel like I should probably start mentioning these numbers. That's not really. Although this between worlds here, that's Empress energy. That's the third card there. But I do feel like that we are sort of like stuck between worlds right now there, Sagittarius. It's just like, do you want to stay in this sort of like this gray, sort of like mundane, predictable type of energy? And again, there's nothing wrong with like again with that, but it's just like it's something that it's just like seeing how what we've built so far, how we've kind of built our lives on things, and you know, is this really something that's again conducive to your growth right now? It's like, is this getting you? Because look at this flamingo here, this emperor side of the flamingo here, shining so bright, feeling so colorful, and that's why I feel like it's like the world is kind of missing this color in a sense, and you know, maybe it's like we're afraid to do this, whatever change this may be, Sagittarius, because there would be maybe a lot of mending, a lot of pieces that would need to re-put together there, or something along those lines. But with the six of swords here, these two are just going out. They hopped in. They hopped in a chest. She took her boy and the clothes on their back, and she's like, we're gonna get figured out. Like how let's get across this water first. And sometimes that might need to be where you're at. It's like it's not having a game plan, but it is, I do feel like that, not being afraid of that, there is going to be a lot of rearranging things and a lot of reworking things that may need to happen. But all right, Sagittarius, I think I'm gonna leave that there, so just something to think about. But you stay safe out there. Yeah, I'm gonna call you Empress. Stay safe out there, and you raise your vibration through the roof. You know, do some meditation. Because I feel like this is an energy. You know, we're thinking about like what's changing here, and maybe we're on a short fuse. That might even be something too. That it's just like maybe we're kind of stretched for time, and we're not sure what decision to make. So that's something. I wish I would have thought of that a little bit sooner. Hopefully, you hung out with me this long, Sag. But I will catch you on the next one later.